a commitment, comprehensive training, and placement initiatives.
We are also pleased to announce that Sri Balaji University Pune has earned an outstanding rating in the prestigious The Hindustan Times B School Survey 2024, published on February 27. This recognition reinforces our dedication to shaping the careers of aspiring students managers. We take pride in sharing that SBUP is the number one private university in Maharashtra and Western India. We hold the fourth rank among private universities in India. Sri Balaji University is ranked ninth among the top 100 B schools in India, excluding government institutions, and 12th overall. In placements, Sri Balaji University excels by securing the 13th position among all B schools, including government institutions, and an impressive 7th rank among private B schools in India.
I believe now the perfect time for our student managers to hear from our guest of honor. To introduce our esteemed guest speaker, I now invite student manager Jessica to the stage.
Thank you, Vijayata. Good evening to one and all present here. I, Jessica from Dhanbad, Jharkhand, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development, specializing in marketing, would like to extend my warm welcome to Dr. Falguni Oza. We are honored to have Falguni ma'am with us today. Dr. Falguni Oza is a professor of marketing and co-chair, MDP at MICA. She is a double gold medalist with over 25 years of teaching experience in the area of marketing and advertising. She has trained corporate professionals and mentored young entrepreneurs in area of advertising, marketing, consumer understanding, branding, social media. She has published in international journals and presented papers in national and international conferences and is involved in international joint research projects in the area of advertising. She is a visiting faculty at management institutes of repute in India and overseas. Her teaching research and consultancy interests are in area of advertising, branding, and social media. Ma'am is also a TEDx speaker and is frequently invited to speak at reputed forums, panels, roundtables. He speaks on advertising, branding, marketing, social media, personal branding, gender equality, body positivity, women empowerment, happiness as a lifestyle, and motivation. Her motto in life is make the best of whatever you have, appreciate the positive in life. We are fortunate to have her here to share her valuable insights and experience of 25 plus years. Dr. Falguni has played a crucial role in numerous organizations. We are truly honored to have you here as a guest speaker today. It is with great pleasure that now I hand you over the stage, ma'am.
Hello. Can you all hear me? Good morning. थोड़ा जोश से. Good morning. So congratulations and welcome to your MBA journey. I think the first and foremost learning that you must have as a prospective a student manager or the real corporate world manager is you need to learn from every experience given. Each and every experience that you are coming across is a life observation. और ऐसा कोई भी एक सिचुएशन नहीं है, ऐसा कोई भी एक शख्स नहीं है जो आपको कुछ सिखा के नहीं जाता है. So sit with that mindset, okay, whenever you are in programs, and sit with the मजे वाला mindset. Okay, don't sit ऐसे अकड़ू, अभी क्या ज्ञान होगा, next 1 hour क्या करेंगे, बहुत मजे करेंगे. Okay, so sit with the मजे वाला mindset, like how you would have gone for a movie. Then your openness towards receiving what I'm saying is much more than others. Okay. So very happy being here at Sri Balaji. Can we have my PowerPoint, please? Yeah, put it on. Yeah. So what am I going to talk about today? I have tons of topics to talk about. As my profile was saying, after 26 years in teaching, training, consultancy, my hardcore domain area is something. And over the years, I have grown as a content creator. So there also I do a lot of content creation on certain focused areas. So what we chose between your faculty was interesting. What should we focus this session on? This session is on empowering self. Do you agree that we all live in different life circumstances? All our family situations are different. Socially, economically, financially, we all live different lives. Our challenges are different, right? Our survival instinct is different. But within those given different circumstantial situations that we face in life, how can we empower? If you have empowered yourself, you give your 100% anything that you do. Okay, if you are empowered, you express yourself 100%. You express yourself without any doubt. Do not face any form of inferiority. Okay, you do not have any kind of self doubt when you have empowered yourself. So, is there a way to go about? Yes, there is. Is there some things that we can do to change our mental makeup? Yes, there is. Everything starts with a mind shift. Everything starts with a mindset change, right? So, in marketing, we have this famous example that two salesmen were taken to a city where and they were selling shoes, and there nobody was wearing shoes. Culture ही नहीं था. Everybody was barefoot. So one sales guy said that अरे यहाँ तो क्या sale होगा? Nobody is taking our product. उनको पता भी नहीं है. And the other one said, oh, it's a huge opportunity. It's a potent market. It's a virgin market. Let us try and make them habit formation करते हैं कि shoes पहनने के फायदे क्या है. Let us first educate them and then figure out how we will sell. The mindset change. This is the mindset shift that we need in self-empowerment journey. Okay, next slide, please. So I'll talk more about it. And yeah, just to give you a visual introduction, of course, she introduced me very well. I've been into teaching, training, consultancy since last 27 years now. And this is at the risk of sounding ancient. 26 साल में लोग outdated हो जाते हैं. But fortunately, I belong to a field which keeps me on my toes. Marketing, advertising. I was teaching my advertising class in 1998. First class was in 1998. And I was teaching internet as a new media in 2000s. New media. It is almost mass media now. Okay? Internet of things, AI, algorithms, right? So yesterday I sent a very challenging yoga pose reel to my sister-in-law who is a yoga therapist so that she can see, she can do that asana and all. My whole timeline is as if I am some yogic science, expert. My whole timeline has recognized that Falguni loves yoga. No, actually, okay. The world of algorithms and how it talks to us. That is pure advertising. So 26 years, but there is no chance of me getting outdated because otherwise there is no relevance in what I'm teaching. And by the way, my name is Dr. Falguni Vasavada. Oza is a stylish ad. मेरे husband का surname है. Okay. it's a stylish ad. My official name is Falguni Vasavada, so that I get the flexibility to add Oza whenever I want to sound very ekdam elite, socialite, diva types. Falguni Vasavada-Oza, and whenever I have a fight, I'll drop it. आज नहीं है deserve. You don't deserve Oza title in my match. Okay, so so been doing teaching, training, research, consultancy, and I love my field. Never a dull moment, especially with Gen Z. And Gen Zs, do you know that empirically tested result says that your attention span is equal to what a goldfish takes to blink? Can you imagine the challenging job that we all are in? You know, to keep your attention intact, every 10 minutes I turn around my pedagogy in the class. Every 15 minutes I'll do a cold call. Every 20 minutes I'll do some group activity because I have to keep you awake. The teachers are performance artists. Okay, they are not only teachers, right? So that is the first hat that I wear. I've given 4 TEDx talks. They are all on YouTube for you to check it out. I'll not talk about it. And the third and most important thing which I love doing is social media content creation. I absolutely love my life on Instagram, LinkedIn, X, which was Twitter, Facebook, because I reach out to more women. Personally, it's not my favorite. Instagram is my favorite, but media, consumer touch point, more women. I reach out through Facebook. So I have a page on Facebook as well. So this is about me. Okay, next slide. Now let's start our journey of self-empowerment. Starts from unlearning. Why do we need to unlearn stuff? Tell me. Anybody from the audience? हम ऐसे मस्त मैटिनी शो के जैसे बैठ के मजे नहीं करेंगे, हाँ? बातें करेंगे. So, to learn something new, somebody had raised your hand. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Very good. There is confirmation bias. There are stereotypes. There is a narrow understanding of things. In Gujarati, we say "kuva mano dedko," a frog that exists in a well. That is your upbringing, okay? Because in your formative years, where is your exposure to how your parents are living? Okay, where is your exposure to what your school teaches you? Where is your exposure to where popular culture talks to you, cartoons? That's why in our mind, villains are always dark skinned. Villains do not have smooth skin. वो Korean skin care करेंगे तो उसका फायदा नहीं है. Because they are villains. ऐसे ऐसे कर आधा घंटा ऐसे ऐसे करेंगे तो भी there is no chance कि उनकी स्किन अच्छी होगी because वो तो विलन है, उनको तो क्या भी दिखना है. ओके, या फिर कोई एक मोटी हीरोइन विल ऑलवेज बी वो एक्टर की बहन या हीरोइन की बेस्ट फ्रेंड. रियलिटी ये होगी कि एज एन एक्टर शी इज मोर पावरफुल देन द हीरोइन, but she is fat. She cannot be a mainstream actor, and we have seen that. So we have not seen representation of different people. Have you seen representation while growing up in big screen, in serials, in Bollywood? Everywhere it is pick and span, right? In Ekta Kapoor serials, the heroine who is getting out of coma after 3 years has better eyebrows than mine. रोज पार्लर वाली आती थी 3 साल तक. Okay, such different standards of beauty, artificial standards of beauty, and our parents' exposure determine our upbringing. उनका fault नहीं है. Don't go home and झगड़ोफाई with parents. Okay, तुम्हारी वजह से मैं restricted रह गया, नहीं. उनका भी exposure limited है. The world was not global, right? उनके time पे. Now in your times, world is global. It is giving you an opportunity to ask questions. It is challenging your biases. So June is Pride Month, and we need to understand what is the difference between gender and sex. We need to do our own homework. We read. I'm not going to talk about it, but when we are talking about inclusivity, when we are talking about openness, when we are talking about representation, our unlearning is the biggest role it plays in our self-empowerment than learning also. Okay, so when you say unlearning, your formative years exposure is very limited. You have seen your mother behave in a particular way, you thought it is right. So it was always in your house, women would eat last. Okay, majority बोल रही हूँ, including mine. Women would eat last, men and children would eat first. in your mind, it became a normal norm. Are you getting my point? आपने उसमें कुछ गलत देखा ही नहीं. उससे भी आगे बोल रही हूँ. Even in men eating first and women eating next, कोई problem नहीं है. But when women ate, they would self-serve. And when men eat, they would be served. And you saw that, right? You saw that anybody in the name of being an elderly person can come and do any shit in front of you. But you're not supposed to answer back because sanskar. Huh? So all that you have to question now, dire dire, and not in a rebel way, but in a nice way. Right? In your limited exposure, now you have to go limitless. So challenge, unlearn all your biases, all your restrictiveness. Okay. So when you were very young, it was a norm to get married by 2023. Okay. Now question that I'll still get married, but I'll become financially independent first. Because it is not only the men's responsibility on salary and run the house. Okay, challenge. Boys, do not cry. Ladki hai kya? That is also bias. Saying that women are always the weaker sex and men have to be rough and tough irrespective of their life situation. Right? Breakup हुआ है तो भी उनका भी मूड में रहना है. Because breakup पे रो नहीं सकते, आप तो लड़का हो ना. So to challenge all this, emotion is a strength. You have to tell yourself that when you express through emotions, whether it is laughter, whether it is compassion, whether it is crying, you are expressing yourself. Okay. So unlearn all your formative years exposure is restricting you as a human, right? And your popular culture exposure from films to newspapers to magazines to cartoons, outdoors, everything that you have seen in India has been so skewed that you need to challenge that, right? It took a Smita Patil to come on the screen and tell you that a dusky heroine also is possible. After all these years, you saw Rani Mukherjee with a different voice tone, okay, husky tone. So it took all these years. So please keep challenging your biases, your stereotypes, unlearn. Okay, that is true education. Do you think after 2 years, if you get gold medal or MBA, it's true education? That is education. But if with that you have a very limited understanding of how life works, you're not one. You're not still grown as a human. You're to grow better than what you were yesterday. So to become a little better in terms of understanding humans and humanity, right? So that you also will stop judging. We all have judged people, right? Like people judge us. हमने भी तो किया है ना, right? Like I keep talking about body positivity. In my whole life, I have also told people your papa told पहलवान. I have to understand कि वो भी गलत है. You know, slim and trim लोगों को भी आप body shape नहीं कर सकते. जैसे fat women को आप नहीं कर सकते, आप पतले लोगों को भी नहीं कर सकते. So you have to evolve. Evolution is the word. Okay. Can we see the film number 1? Ad number 1. We'll keep seeing ads, okay, in between to understand the unlearning process. So this is an example of how biases work in our mind. Okay. Are you with me? All of you, if I take a surprise quiz, you will be ready to give? Say yes, I'm not going to take. तो अच्छे से बोलो yes. Your faculty should be proud कि कोई बाहर का आके पूछ ले तो भी हाँ ही बोलते हैं क्योंकि हम लेने वाले नहीं होते. Okay, so no, you have to play the film. Yeah. One. Number 1 था ना? हाँ ठीक है पहले से sound. There is no sound.
के लिए मुद्रा लोन स्कीम योजना खास है.
Okay, see this.
ताऊ जी ये दुकान मम्मी पापा के बाद हमारी होनी चाहिए, है ना?
दुकान ऐसे ही नुकसान में है, कहाँ इसमें पड़ेगी।
रिश्ते दिल्ली से भी लगेंगे।
महिलाओं के लिए बिजनेस लोन का विकल्प,
महिलाओं के लिए मुद्रा लोन स्कीम योजना खास।
जज्बा हो है जज्बा।
तो शुभम को मुझसे ज्यादा पे मिलती है। सेम काम, सेम प्रोफाइल।
शिवानी, ही इज मैरिड, हमें कौन सा अभी घर चलाना है।
आंखों में पिघला सा देखेंगे हम।
ऑफिस में समान वेतन का अधिकार।
बात वेतन की है तो लिंग के आधार पर भेदभाव नहीं किया जा सकता।
ऑफिस जाती हो या पार्टी, ना लेट।
आंटी काम पे हो जाता है लेट।
ये नौकरी छोड़ो या ये घर छोड़ो।
आसपास वर्किंग वुमेन्स हॉस्टल।
मुझे आपके आसपास ये जगहें मिली।
कोई तकदीरें जगा देंगे।
पैसों की कमी ना होती तो इसकी पढ़ाई भी जरूर पूरी करते।
कल को अंबर भी झुका देंगे।
लड़कियों की उच्च शिक्षा के लिए योजनाएं।
ये रही कुछ सरकारी योजनाओं की जानकारी।
हटा देंगे।
बोलने से मिलेगा आगे बढ़ने का जज्बा, बोलने से सब होगा।
Good Phil? बोलने से सब होगा, and they keep searching.
ये दुकान
So they are unlearning the whole process. It's always Malhotra and sons. It can be Malhotra and daughters also. Okay? तो मम्मी पापा के जाने के बाद दुकान हमारी होनी चाहिए, because दो sisters है तो चाचा जी हड़पना चाह रहे हैं. Okay? And the whole idea of questioning, unlearning comes. Gender pay gaps. You know, we are still in the era of 2025. हम लोग नासा तक पहुंच गए, but still gender pay gap is a reality. Everywhere, two people on the same position, men and women, are paid differently. And these are all empirical research facts that I'm saying. मेरी मनगढ़ंत कहानी नहीं. Okay. Till date, in most organizations, for the male sitting in that accounts department, the perception for women employees is ये तो second income है. He is not a chief wage earner. ये second income है. They have the audacity to ask you when you go to give your tax planning documents कि आप अपने husband को पूछ के आए हो ना? Are you getting my point? It's your money, your tax planning. Of course, I love my husband, so we have discussed. That is my personal take on it. It's nobody's business to question. So women have to prove themselves more, to prove their seriousness at work. And this everybody of us should understand. So as men, we need to break that bias. We need to treat women equally at work. We should not be doing mansplaining. अरे नहीं मैडम ये कहना चाहती थी, अरे मैडम आपके जितनी शिक्षित है शांत रहिए, वो समझा देंगी. Right? That is called mansplaining. You have to stand up for all this and choose your fights because we have limited energy. हर जगह फाइट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हर जगह लक्ष्मीबाई बनने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. Are you getting my point? But you choose your fights wherever it is important for you to speak. Like commanding equal pay is a good fight. Okay? Standing up for inheriting your father's business is a good fight. Okay? So next, after unlearning comes next. Challenging. Next slide, please. Yeah. Challenging your biases, stereotypes, and gender roles. Keep challenging. Right? I am not saying from today we will switch gender roles, but you have to challenge. Do you know Ariel says why is laundry a woman's job? किसने लिखा है? कब एस्टैब्लिश हुआ? कौन से ऋषि मुनि ने ये वाक्य लिखा कि कपड़े धोना सिर्फ विमेन का जॉब है? एक मशीन चलाना है ना, मशीन. It's not even bucket wash now anymore, right? But it took Ariel after all these years to come and tell us, hey, you also can switch on that machine. You know, it's switch on and switch off. उतना ही है, right? Cooking. Similarly for women also, they don't do banking. Most women shy away from learning driving. Most women don't get updated by reading newspapers. Most women do not like to go into a petrol pump to refuel their car, scooter, scooty, whatever. All of this that I said are life skills. They are not gender-based roles. Cooking, cleaning, taking care of the child, right? Banking, refueling your car at the petrol pump. Getting updated with news and current affairs are life skills. They help you grow as an individual. They are not gender based. Okay, and we have to stop doing that. Do you know that everybody of us was working at home in COVID? All of us? Yeah, including men, poor things. Finally. But men were exhibiting their work at home saying, I'm helping my wife. No, it's your home. You're not helping your wife. हाँ उसके मायके में जाके आप काम कर रहे हो तो you are helping her. But this is your home. Right? I'm helping my wife by taking care of my kid. अकेली ने जन्म दिया था. All these years, Pampers to say this, their ad. It takes two to make a baby. Take two quality of roles in parenting. Challenge all this. Biases, stereotypes. Again, I want to tell something because you are young generation and I have a lot of hope from you. Quality is not an Excel sheet. What do I mean by that? Excel sheet पे ऐसे एंट्री नहीं मारनी है. 2 रोटी मैंने बनाई, 2 रोटी मेरे हस्बैंड ने बनाई, सब्जी को छौंक मैंने दिया, दाल को छौंक उसने दिया. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. Like my husband does not know cooking at all, but then he should lead some other role at home. If I am leading cooking, he should lead something else. So don't have this mindset that एक मैं करूंगी एक वो करनी. ऐसे life चलती नहीं. Life is together and the togetherness has to be explored, right? So keep challenging your biases, your stereotypes. As the young generation, bring the change at your particular home also. Make your father more sensitive towards all this. Make your father understand how much your mother works in kitchen. Ask your father today to serve her rather than she serving him. Of course, faint हो जाएगी कोई मम्मी. ये shock value है. तो जिंदगी में पहली बार हुआ है. वो पहले टेम्परेचर चेक करेगी कि फीवर वीवर तो नहीं चढ़ गया है. क्या पगला गए मुझे थाली फिर लेके दे रही है. But do that. That is how changes come. धीरे धीरे. Let's see the ad number 2 for challenging biases, stereotypes, and gender roles. It's a beautiful film. Okay, it was an experiment which was captured. Dabur.
Discover how India celebrates its 75 years of independence, the visionary steps under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, and the country's future pledges. Learn how these points connect to broader global issues like multilateralism, environmental care, and
Stop. Close the earlier YouTube window if it's on. ये नरेंद्र मोदी का शुरू हो. जी. अब ये पहले से शुरू करना.
तो हम अब कुछ प्लाकार्ड्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने वाले हैं. उनके साथ करना क्या है आपको? विल लेट यू नो शॉर्टली.
डेलिकेट टाइप है, सो आई गेस डांसर होगी.
आई चोज पेंटिंग क्योंकि शी लुक लाइक द आर्टिस्टिक काइंड.
पता नहीं क्यों पर मुझे ऐसा लगा कि शायद पेंटर होगी.
Girls are into baking, I guess. Plus, it's fashionable and trendy.
आउट ऑफ ऑल द ऑप्शंस मुझे लगा म्यूजिक में इंटरेस्टेड होगी.
इट्स एक्चुअली इंटरेस्टिंग टू सी कि लोग कैसे लुक्स पे जज करते हैं.
हाय हाय.
Everybody just her like this. Okay? The painter, the mountaineer.
So, what made you feel mountaineering couldn't be my hobby?
Nice. Yes. So, for example, go to the PowerPoint. So, for example, I love fashion. Okay. I was telling Dr. Prachi that today morning I had fever, and I was about to tell her that I'm not feeling well, but I had to dress up if I was coming here. That is non-negotiable for me. I wear blue and green lipsticks, and people tell me, "How are you a professor and you are wearing green?" I quietly tell them, "This is no impact on the quality of." जब मैं न्यूड पहन के जाऊंगी तो अच्छा पढ़ाऊंगी, और जब मैं ग्रीन पहन के जाऊंगी तो मैं पढ़ाऊंगी। कनेक्शन नहीं है। Our stereotypes. Doctors should look like this. Professors should look nerdy, right? They should always have a book in their hand. They should always be reading. They should only be talking about research and academics. How dare they talk about OTT web series? हमारे माइंड का जो ये केमिकल लोचा है, you have to grow out of it. Otherwise, self empowerment कहीं stuck हो जाए, stagnant thought process. Okay. Third, after challenging, first was very good. Second was challenging. Third, फर्स्ट स्लाइड में था, आप अटेंशन पे कर रहे हो, दैट मीन्स वेरी गुड. थर्ड इज रीलर्निंग. What helps you relearn? One is your education. So be very serious, conscious about your classes, your formal education, right? Your masters that you've enrolled in, every experience that you're getting here in class, outside class, in curriculum as well as co-curricular activities. Education gives you a lot of exposure. Okay, for exposure, travel to different places, meet new people, right? So when I traveled to US for the first time for my conference as a young professor, this was in 2008. Okay, for the first time, tab tak I was very body conscious. Okay, as any fat girl who has grown in this Indian society, you know, you think your legit dress is only salwar kameez and dupatta. Beyond that, life does not exist for you. You never experiment with clothes. You never experiment with your hair. You never experiment with your look, because somewhere you are damn conscious about your body, right? Also, to all fat girls sitting here, fat boys sitting here, you have this tendency of making jokes on your body because so that nobody else makes. आप ही joke कर देते हो. That is also wrong. That is insulting yourself. So in 2008, when I went first time to US, it's a different culture, right? So that is exposure of a different kind. I was seeing freedom, I was tasting freedom, I was meeting people in the conference. But for the first time, I saw a girl in the college who was 10 times fatter than me wear a mini skirt and nobody was staring at her. And I was shocked. गुनाह ये नहीं है कि उसने मिनी स्कर्ट पहना था, मेरे दिमाग में गुनाह ये है कि how is she not being judged? Nobody was staring at her, they were just letting her be. And those kinds of scenes that you see in life gives you a different level of confidence. Okay, you understand what is the value you are bringing on table. Am I limiting myself to being a fat girl, or am I a PhD in advertising, a good professor, trying to do good teaching and research, right? I am a happiness ambassador for my colleagues. I make the workplace very happy. I have a very good sense of humor, so I keep them alive, you know, throughout the day. Is this the value you are bringing, or you want them to see only you as a fat girl? So you start exploring that journey from being body conscious, being body confident. Okay. So one is education, second is exposure. So the more you see lady police officers, challenge roles, right? You see a news correspondent doing very well, and she's, you know, at flooded area, but she's still covering the news very good. Exposure. The more number of people you meet, and that's why network. So today you will get a chance to ask me questions. Don't shy away from asking. Ask questions. And for the shy people also, I'll say, slide into my DMs on Instagram after the class. No, I'll give you time for Q&A. Okay, there is special slot allotted. Okay, ask questions not only to me, to whoever guest speaker comes to your college in these years. Meet new people, network, understand their journeys. I've gone through the journeys of Indra Nooyi, right? I've heard all her interviews, and I've seen how she has struggled becoming the topmost leader at PepsiCo, right? Or Jacinda Ardern, who was the Prime Minister of New Zealand. I followed Jacinda Ardern's journey. I follow her on Instagram. Now she's no longer the Prime Minister, she was, right? Sudha Murthy, for example, and her thoughts. Obama and his thoughts. Keep exploring, read about them. Hey, you have social media, you don't even need to compulsorily read autobiographies. Just follow them, read about them. Listen to interviews of different people. Suppose you want to become a specialist in marketing, marketing leaders के interview देखो YouTube पे. Listen to Nestle MD's talk on CNBC Storyboard on YouTube to understand what did they do in the Maggie crisis. When Maggie was out of shelf for 6 months, how did they tackle that scenario? Imagine the market leader brand being banned on retail shelves for 6 months. Create such. Don't limit it to your teacher bringing case studies to you. Okay. So, education, exposure, networking, and be a little more open. Don't have my way or highway. Openness to grasp. Openness to understand that yes, I am wrong. So after all these years, right, if there is some reel that I post on Instagram, and if there is a logical argument coming, I'll say, yes, I'm wrong. I get your point. I shouldn't have said that. You have to be humble enough, open enough, grasp. Openness नहीं होगी तो you are already closed as a person. You are rigid. मुझे तो यही करना है. मैंने पार्ट डिसाइड कर लिया. अब मैं flexible नहीं हूँ. Right? So keep relearning. Can we see ad number 3? Are you liking the ads? Yeah. Okay. 3. मतलब you had no choice, huh? No बोला तो भी मैं दिखाती. But usually we love seeing ads. So
1980 to 2000, Axis Max Life is offering customized term insurance plans for you with 1 crore life cover starting as low as 17 rupees a day. An exclusive 15% discount on term plan for all the salaried employees and get 200% of your paid premiums back.
Joy. पहले YouTube स्क्रीन पे जाइए. पास्ट वाला कैंपेन बंद करिए. And then open the next one. ये बंद कर दीजिए. हाँ, okay. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Alokki? कमल, do you realize कि आज क्या हुआ? आज मेरे पास सिरो रमन के घर जाने का बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं था. हाँ, मैं बस 5 मिनट में मेल भेज रही हूँ. मैं घर पहुंच ही रही हूँ. हाँ, बिल्कुल हो जाएगा.
नए लोग हैं, मिल लेते हैं ना.
I had so much to do. So मैंने तुम्हें कहा भी, पर just acted like my time didn't matter.
Hi. I'm Kamal. My wife Seema. हम लोग ऊपर रहते हैं.
I'm Sid.
I'm Aman. Hi. Hi.
अंदर आइए ना.
हम बस नाश्ते की तैयारी कर रहे थे. Please have some.
अमन फर्स्ट क्लास पोहा बनाता है. अंदर आइए ना. Yeah. Yeah, please. This way.
चाय लेंगे या कॉफी? चाय?
चाय.
Awesome.
तुम उनका घर देख रहे थे और
बाथरूम में रखा है एरिया. ओके.
मैं उन्हें suddenly realized that
यार चाय बना दे यार.
we don't have what they have. मैंने तुम्हें बताने की कोशिश भी की, पर देखो साथ में कैसे काम करते हैं. तुमने मेरी बात समझी नहीं.
इसमें क्या है? जब मैं और अविनाश कॉलेज में साथ रहते थे ना, तो हम भी सारा काम बांट के ही करते थे.
और जब चाय गिरी
Dumbest response.
थैंक यू
Oh my! I'm
Oh my
really
God.
sorry. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
सिर्फ मुझे ही सब कुछ करना पड़ता है हैव यू थिंकिंग कि अगर सिर और अमन एक साथ काम कर सकते हैं तुम अविनाश के साथ एक साथ काम बांट के करते थे तो मेरे साथ क्यों नहीं मतलब तुमने मुझे अपने बराबर समझा नहीं ना You ever see me as your equal?
See, all campaigns of Ariel, they started since last 10, 12 years on challenging this stereotype that why should laundry be job only? And they've created wonderful, wonderful campaigns. I just showed you one of them, right? So if I go next, after unlearning, challenging, and relearning comes growing. Now, when you are growing, you have to own yourself, okay? You have to be proud about who you are, your roots, your value system. You may be coming from a very small village of Maharashtra. You should be proud of that. That should never be a thing which you are a little conscious about, right? The family that you belong to, your parents and their struggle, right? Your parent may be working in some very blue collar job, and that's okay. That's what has got you here. Owning yourself, okay? Owning whatever you do, right? And with pride. So first is you have to own yourself. Second is please always have a growth mindset. What does this mean? खिच खिच में पढ़ने का ही नहीं, okay? काम से काम. Growth mindset means we are not a part of kitchen politics. उसने क्या किया, रिलेटिव ने ये किया, उसने 51 का कवर दिया था, है ना, हमने तो 101 का दिया था, है ना, ये इसने ये किया, मेरे पे पढ़ना ही नहीं. For above all this, not rise above kitchen politics. When will you grow? Growth mindset. Your focus is on your purpose. Your focus is on your journey. Your focus is on your evolution. Your focus is on getting a better version of yourself year on year. That is growth mindset. में पढ़ने का ही नहीं, झूठ मूठ की बातों में पढ़ने का ही नहीं. Healthy gossip is good, but beyond a point, don't let that control your life. Right? That is growth mindset. So owning yourself, your value systems, your principles, growing with a growth mindset, always challenge better than before. Am I a better version than what I was last year? Next year, will I be better than what I was last year? Do I know 4 new things now? Right? Can I read the budget now? Things like these. Okay? Can I do my financial planning well? So, for example, when you will start your careers in years, you may not know your tax planning well. You will take help from people. But year on year, are you getting what? Tax planning. Are you understanding the pros and cons of SIP versus mutual funds versus a life insurance, right? Versus a pension plan, versus a term plan, versus buying a real estate 3 BHK as an investment. Where are you getting more tax benefits? That being better than before is empowering yourself, because not being dependent on anybody is empowerment. Okay, and when I say not being dependent, financially, emotionally, mentally, you are your own cheerleader. We will all have loved ones around you. Of course, they are our cushion. They give more synergy to our existence. They are our fallback options also in case we fail. Then you are going to fall back on your family, on your brother, on your partner, on your wife, right? But be very clear that you find strength in solo. Okay, you are not dependent on anybody. I see women sacrificing their identity like this. एक जमाने में बहुत थिएटर देखने जाती थी, अब 20 साल से एक भी प्ले नहीं देखा क्योंकि उसको पसंद नहीं है. तो आपको अकेले जाने में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? Go alone. Okay, and going alone for a theater does not mean you don't love your husband. It also does not mean your husband does not love you back. Are you getting the point? But we don't find strength in. We want to always be attached with people. Hey, चल ना shopping करके आते हैं. उसके पास time नहीं है, तुम जाओ. तुम्हारा time है, you go. Right? So to all people sitting here, men, women, all, boys, girls, all, I have a homework for you. I have a homework for you. Are you ready for the homework? And teachers have a third eye. Huh? I'll come haunting if you will not do the homework. अहमदाबाद बैठ के पता चल जाएगा. Your homework number 1. You need to go out solo for coffee or dinner. Okay, solo. If you already done, very good. Number 2, solo movie date with a big tub of popcorn. I love it because my husband eats popcorn like this. Okay, ऐसे कौन popcorn खाता है? ऐसे खाते हैं. So I love going alone. कोई share करने वाला नहीं है. Okay, and we go together. We are very clear. खुद के अलग अलग लो popcorn. एक दूसरे टब नहीं लेना है. उसमें मेरा काटा जाता है. Okay, so solo. Go develop your strength in solo. Now, do you know what this means? Emotionally, you are not dependent for your survival. See, movie and coffee are metaphors. Okay, please understand that. But one day when you are able to manage your life alone, think banking, for example, right? Think talking to the real estate dealer, for example. Think renting a house, for example. You'll be able to do everything because now gradually you develop that strength, survive solo. Okay, I wish and I pray that nobody has to live solo in their life. Okay, I wish and pray that you will always be surrounded by your loved ones. Always have that cushion. But irrespective of that, we train ourselves mentally and emotionally. Okay, so we can see the next ad, please. So growing by owning yourself, growth mindset, and better than before. 5-10 minutes. नहीं हो रहा है? I'm surprised. How come every time इतना time लग रहा है?
To those who live in their little bubble, that a girl can't juggle between the office and the home because they think it'll be such a struggle. Well, the last thing on my mind. And how some colleagues get a kick by shooting their mouth too quick.
Hey, I got promoted.
About how I'm getting ahead just because I'm a chick. It's the last thing on my mind. Or that question that everyone seems to have on their face about why I act like I own the place. It seems like their fragile egos I bruise with my views because they think I'm getting too big for my shoes. Yeah, I'm just an intern. Acting like one, the last thing on my mind. The catch that we shouldn't have a screaming match. That debate whether a girl should work late. How they fuss that market visits to tier 3 towns are not for us. Oh, how heavy these boxes are. And honestly, should girls be going to such a bar? Really, it's the last thing on my mind. And whoever came up with this silly notion that a girl should dress according to her profession, it's the last thing on my mind. Or how just by telling a few dirty jokes, I become less of a woman and more of a bloke. Big deal. We are not long term is something they believe. Because soon we'll get married and go on maternity leave.
I'm sorry, I think they forgot to inform me.
That's the last thing on my mind. How they sit and smirk that if a girl looks good, she's probably not good at her work. It's the last thing on my mind. The only thing on my mind is to bring my best to work. Mia, workwear jewelry.
Did you see some gender biases here?
Only 6 days.
Right? Whether a girl should work late, she's on maternity, going to be on maternity leave. There's a perception that she will not come back. Right? Women don't return to work with the same aggression because they've just said gender biases. But the growth mindset tells you that I'm always going to give work. Okay, perspective of the biases, perception, and stereotypes. Take charge of your life. Mend whatever needs repairing. Be a little more in control of who you are. And what do I mean when I say take charge? Love yourself unapologetically. Unapologetically. And the world around will tell you selfish, not being prioritizing yourself is not being selfish. If there are two pieces of cake and your child has already eaten one, you have a right to tell that this I will eat. You should not be seeing a sacrificing mother, a mother who loves her own self. Are you getting the point? On a show, anchor asked the small child, how do you see your mother? Child said, always tired. Okay, always tired. She's always running after people, sacrificing her day, her time. Guilt, my God. Mothers में if you do a blood test, बाकी सब deficiency होगा, ज्यादा क्या आएगा blood test में? Guilt. You're full of guilt. काम पे जा रहे हो guilt. फ्रेंड के साथ कॉफी पीने जा रहे हो guilt. बच्चा घर पे अकेला है. बच्चा रोज बर्थडे पार्टी में जाता है. आप साल में एक बार गए हो कॉफी पीने. Love yourself. Only then you will work on your. Okay. And when I say love yourself, remove all body insecurities. I'm fat, I'm thin, I'm dark, I'm white, I'm taller than the average, I'm shorter than the average. My hair is very bad, my hair is very rough. We are full of these insecurities, okay? लोग यहाँ तक कि ये मेरे जो आई लैशेज है ना ये अच्छे नहीं है. अरे भाई आई लैशेज को जूम करके कौन देख रहा है? Okay, your body insecurities. Because what will happen when you remove your body insecurities? You will wear what you love. You will express yourself fully. And when you walk in a room, your aura will walk first. Not a fat lady or a slim lady or a tall lady or a short boy or a feminine looking boy or a boy without a muscle. Nobody is seeing that. People see what you show to them. If you are showing your insecurities, they'll see that. If you are not showing your insecurities, they are not going to see that. Please, one by one, and that is real growth. Remove your body insecurities. Okay. Life you cannot spend being unhappy. Full life. Full life you cannot be fretting over things. Take charge, right? Remove body insecurities. Rise above the वो चार लोग fear. वो चार लोग सबसे बड़ा रोग वो चार लोग. From where does it start? From Ramesh Bhai. Who is Ramesh Bhai? My security guard in my building. रमेश भाई क्या सोचेंगे ऐसे कपड़े पहन के? Who is Ramesh Bhai? Starts from there. Kitna random. To it goes to, of course, Dadi, Bua, Bua ki saas, Nanad, Nanad ki jethani, neighbor, Falana, Dhikna, everybody. We are always living somebody else's idea of life. Please stop that. Don't live somebody else's idea of life, because as you grow, you'll be taking tough decisions. Tough decisions like, suppose you don't want to sit in the placement and you want to do a startup. First thought, लोग क्या कहेंगे? 10, 12, 15 लाख की जॉब मिल रही थी और ये बूटस्ट्रैप स्टार्टअप करके बैठे भाई साहब. लोग क्या कहेंगे? You dropped your Harvard going plan and you went ahead for your studies in India. अरे लोग क्या कहेंगे? हार्वर्ड छोड़ के कोई यहाँ बैठता है? Everything from your partner selection to your बच्चों के decisions, everything we try to live somebody else's idea of, try to fit in. Still you are doing nothing wrong and you're not killing. Develop this strength, okay? Develop this confidence and rise above the fear of Ocharlo, right? Will we try consciously? Shall we try? You're always fearing, like you love wearing sleeveless, but you fear judgments. Or kiska judgments? Random people. And I always tell, just list down वो चार लोग जिनका आपको fear है. Are they giving you your EMIs? उनको बोलो study loan भरो. चलो जज करो. मजा आएगा. हैं? भले जज करे, study loan को भरेंगे ना. रफू चक्कर हो जाएंगे, okay? When you need their help. They are not the venture capitalist of your life. Always remember that. Random people. तो ऑनियन कट करके हम ऐसे देखते हैं ना, layers. Inner layers are important. That is your core family. Even if they are telling you something critical, they are telling it in your benefit. Okay? So like my husband said that since you are an enthu cutlet, state पे जाके भूल मत जाना कि तुम्हें fever था, पर मैं भूल गई हूँ actually. Okay, he had said बैठ के बोलना. बैठ ही नहीं. But still he said it in my benefit, not कि मेरा performance यहाँ गलत आए. In my benefit, because he's bothered sitting in Ahmedabad. Okay, fever है, कैसे manage कर, all that. But the moment you go outer layers, are the random people. They should not control you. They are not the venture capitalist of. बनाओ, कार लोन लिया है, एक एक EMI भरो, आओ जज करो, ऐसे स्कीम बनाओ. See how many people apply. Okay, nobody will apply. So rise above that fear and never compromise with financial. And this, my honest appeal to all the girls sitting. There is no, the drop of the hat will lead of the, because husband तो रायबरेली में है. ऐसा कोई शास्त्र में नहीं लिखा है कि शादी के बाद आप 3 महीने जॉब ढूंढने के लिए अलग रहोगे तो हस्बैंड सांस नहीं लेगा. हस्बैंड सांस लेगा. तो आफ्टर 3 months जॉब ढूंढो, जाओ. Discuss your career, your prospective life partner, right? Discuss how house will be managed if you have a tough job. Suppose आप बैंकिंग में आने का टाइम डिसाइड होता है, जाने का नहीं होता है, right? You will do the household work, you will need house help. The family ready for house help, right? We have decided, like my mother was also a working woman, and fortunately my mother-in-law was also a working woman. They both understood me like gem of people. But my mother's golden advice to me, calls me Falu, not Falguni. So her golden advice to me was that Falu, buy one less diamond ornament, but keep full house help so that you can prioritize on your work, right? Prioritize on your work. Financial independence, not something we compromise. So many women after becoming mothers write to me on Instagram कि मैम बहुत गिल्ट, मैं वापस जाऊं कि ब्रेक लूं. मैंने कहा ब्रेक लेने के बाद नहीं पॉसिबल. वो लीव विदाउट पे फॉर 1 year. पर 6 महीने की मैटरनिटी लीव मिल रही है, 6 महीना और मैनेज करो विदाउट सैलरी. डोंट लीव. I know. So to choose the difficult, so that's how some people stand out in a crowd, right? Please always never ever compromise on financial. वरना empowerment की सब बातें ऐसी. You know what happens when you are not financially independent? You don't have agency of decision, right? Suppose, for example, for me, I want to give something very high price to my niece because she is turning 16. I can give that phone to her for her birthday if I am earning. Otherwise, मुझे budget set करना पड़ेगा. Are you getting the whole point? Right? Financial independence. Have your own agency. To your own agency, take control of your life and take your decision. Okay, never forego that. Next. And next we'll see that. It's the Dow, beautiful campaign of Dow. Please take proper notes of what the campaign talks about. And then I'm about to end, okay? Dow. Dow, 5. Yes. Yay, we got it at the first go. Yay!
1995 to 2011.
I showed up to a place I'd never been, and there was a guy with a drafting board.
We couldn't see them, they couldn't see us.
Tell me about your hair.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
It kind of protrudes a little bit, especially when I smile.
Your jaw.
My mom told me I had a big jaw.
What would be your most prominent feature?
Kind of have a fat, rounder face.
The older I've gotten, the more freckles I've gotten.
I would say I have a pretty big forehead.
Once I get a sketch, I say thank you very much, and then they leave. Don't see them.
All I had been told before the sketch was to get friendly with this other woman, Chloe.
Today I'm going to ask you some questions about a person you met earlier, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about their face.
She was thin, so you could see her cheekbones. And her chin, it was a nice, thin chin.
She had nice eyes. They lit up when she spoke.
Cute nose.
She had blue eyes, very nice blue eyes.
So here we are. This is the sketch that you helped me create, and that's a sketch that somebody described of you.
So yeah, that's...
She looks closed off and fatter. Fatter, too. The second one looks more open, friendly, and happy.
I should be more grateful of my natural beauty. It impacts the choices and the friends that we make, the jobs we apply for, how we treat our children. It impacts everything. Couldn't be more critical to your happiness.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
We spend a lot of time as women analyzing and trying to fix the things that aren't quite right. And we should spend more time appreciating the things that we do like.
Nice. So in a nutshell, now this is experiment. So if a forensic artist without seeing is asking me my features, I'll say that, oh, I have a double chin, I have a fat face. But some stranger who was talking to me will say, oh, she has a very smiling face, full of life. So the way in which people see us is very different, and we are not kinder to our own self. Kind to your own self. Okay, you are more beautiful than you think. Love yourself. Okay, next. Yeah, and always understand what gives you happiness. So in your next 5 years, you know that your responsibilities are only going to increase. You'll start working, you may get married. In 10 years, you may have children. So your time that you give to yourself is going to reduce. It's okay. It's natural. All of us go through that cycle. My point is, things which are critical to your happiness will start getting less time, but it should not become absent from your life. Okay. So say for example, to my mother, gardening gives her happiness. And she used to spend, like, before marriage, 5 hours gardening every week. And after marriage, after children, she does only half an hour, but she does. That is most important. Invent and invest in your happiness zone. For some, it may be reading. For some, it may be OTT web series. For some, it may be writing poetry. For some, it may be cooking and shooting videos. For some, it may be social media content creation. Whatever gives you happiness. For example, read utmost happiness. So the moment an idea strikes, I just want to go and shoot it. Okay, so have no. मैं सब काम करेगा वो चार लोग ये तो पूरा दिन रील वो चार लोग I have to wear boss ka speakers and cancel the random people ka noise. All this leads to that. Are you getting the point? Everything that we talked about is interconnected. Okay. In your happiness, and always remember, it is nobody's responsibility to make you happy. Huh? Please. मेरा तो पार्टनर सड़ू है बहुत डिप्रेसिव है कहीं आता जाता नहीं इट्स नॉट हिज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी It's not your parents, it's your responsibility to make yourself happy. Internalized. Okay? Stop seeking external validation. Right? For example, getting all dressed up for work gives me a lot of happiness. So every day I'm dressed up as if I'm about to walk on the ramp. But in that I don't seek external validation. I'm doing it for myself. I'll not expect my colleagues to every day say, what a nice sari, what a nice jewelry, what a nice lipstick. Nobody will do it. Okay, but I'm doing it for myself. It's making me happy. Right? So your happiness is your responsibility. It's internalized. Happens when you prioritize yourself and when you invent and invest in your happiness zones. We can go to the next slide. Film बाद में देखेंगे हम after I complete this. Yeah. So one last some life lessons. Okay, which I want you to remember. Keep your identity intact. Falguni Vasavada was defined as Falguni Vasavada a few years back. The same definition continues. Your identity has to grow. Cannot get diluted as पपलू की मम्मी बीवी ये सब भी important roles है. But where is your identity? Okay, your identity is strong. Keep it intact. Second, keep yourself updated. Okay, irrespective of men or women, please keep yourself updated with technology, for changes, right? कितनी सारी मम्मी आजकल lost feel करती है because they don't know how to operate the mobile. हाँ जीपे नहीं आ रहा है, QR कोड में कैसे मुझे लग रहा है 10,000 की जगह में 1 लाख को दे के आऊंगी. So you have to keep yourself updated. Very cute questions they will ask you about Facebook, ना your parents. हाँ ये profile picture में ये कैसे नहीं हो रहा है? Very cute questions they'll ask, but they are trying to update themselves. Okay, keep yourself updated. Respect above love in relationship. Always have this golden rule. Right? प्यार बाद में होता है. पहले एक दूसरे को respect होता है. Respect above love. Respect always comes above love. Red flags. And for the hell of earth, please get out of toxic relationships. It will only spoil your future. It will spoil your confidence. It will give you a lot more insecurities than what you needed, right? What you should be having in life. So please always remember respect above love. And respect, do you know, is a basic ask in it. Whether it is your mother-in-law respecting you, or your partner respecting, or you respecting your child and taking his or her consent, right? Respect is a basic ask. Relationships like marriage are about equality and not hierarchy. Always remember that, right? कि वो विष्णु का अवतार है तो तुम भी पार्वती हो. Okay, दोनों God level हो. So it is all about equality. It took 5 years because formative years, right? Your understanding how you see life happen around you. It takes you a few years before you understand. खुद के माँ बाप को मिलने जाने में किसी की परमिशन नहीं चाहिए. ओके या फिर खुद से कुछ गलती हुई हो तो आज आपका पार्टनर फोन उठा के मम्मी पापा को कंप्लेन करे आप स्कूल में नहीं हो. It is all about equality and not one over the above. We have to establish that. Okay. Financial independence gives you ability to take decisions. I just spoke about it, but I thought I'll still endorse it as final learnings. And most important, this is my favorite line. When you know the value you are bringing on table, you're never afraid to eat alone. Okay. When you know the value you are bringing on table, you're never afraid to eat alone. Right? Can we go to the next slide? I'll just show my coordinates. Then we can show the 2 ad films if we have time. These are the different ways in which you can get in touch with me. I don't know how it has spread over. But of course, and in a freaky, scary way, I'm available everywhere. Okay, I'm omnipresent. But I love Instagram. So people who are shy and would not ask me questions right now in public can slide into my DM and ask me questions. We have still 1 or 2 ad films, so we'll see that. Then we'll open it up for Q&A. Please. I think Amazon से शुरू करना है. Love के बाद Amazon था. That is that Amazon film is about how your happiness is your responsibility. पूरी life कोई आपको happy बना नहीं आएगा. आपको ही खुद को happy करना पड़ेगा. Right? It's about that.
वाणी
के पहले से कर.
वाणी नाश्ता मिलेगा.
टेबल पे रखा है।
तुमने करोगी क्या? पानी, देखो तुम्हारे लिए एक पैकेज आया है।
नहीं भेजा है ये।
एंड आई थिंक ये भी तुम्हारे लिए।
क्या है?
पढ़ के देखो।
हाँ। जब तक
अब रोना मत शुरू करना माँ। जल्दी से गिफ्ट देख और स्माइल करना। सोच ना अब कितना फ्री टाइम होगा तेरे पास। मेरी चिंता जो नहीं करनी पड़ेगी। सुबह सुबह खाना बनाना, मेरे रूम की सफाई करना या रात भर मेरे वापस आने का इंतजार करना। अब कुछ नहीं। पापा ने मुझे बताया था कि जब वो तुम्हें देखने गए थे शादी से पहले, तो तुमने दूसरी लड़कियों की तरह खाना नहीं बनाया था, ना ही अपने एम्ब्रॉयडरी स्किल्स दिखाए थे,
क्या पोज दे रहे हो? पेपर पढ़ो।
बल्कि फोटोग्राफ्स दिखाए थे जो तुमने क्लिक किए थे।
आज खाना मैं बनाऊं?
हाँ बना दो।
पापा ने उसी वक्त डिसाइड कर लिया था कि शादी करेंगे तो तुमसे ही,
स्माइल दो ना।
क्योंकि तुम इतनी अलग थी। पर माँ बनने के बाद तुम अपने सारे इंटरेस्ट भूल गई। तुम खुद को भूल गई। कम ऑन माँ, फिर से ट्रैवल करना, फोटोग्राफी कर और फिर मुझे देखने अमेरिका, ताकि मैं अपनी उस माँ से मिल सकूं जिसे मैंने कभी देखा ही नहीं। वो माँ जो कभी एक फोटोग्राफर थी, जो कभी एक लड़की थी।
Nice. Do we have one more? Oh yes, one last. This actually all ads are my favorite. I'll keep saying that. My favorite.
Is this seat taken?
No, it's not. Hi. How have you been?
बस वैसे ही जैसे तुमने छोड़ा था. And you are still not married.
काम से टाइम कहाँ मिलता है?
Of course. We could have made it work, you know. If you'd only quit working.
तुम भी तो क्विट कर सकते थे.
मेरी बात अलग है.
कैसे?
How can a man not work, यार?
Actually, you're right, आकाश. तुम ना आज भी वैसे ही हो जैसे मैंने तुम्हें छोड़ा था.
I love
It's
the
an
look on the
Irish
man's face.
Titan Raga.
How can a man not work? Nice. So now I'll sit and take your questions. Is that okay? Yeah. Now suddenly I'm diet fever.
The floor is now open for questions.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Hello. Good morning, Falguni ma'am. My name is Dhiren Mukati, and I am a student in Balaji Institute of Modern Management, specializing in marketing. Three things I want to say. First thing is you are looking very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And second thing is all the ads that you have shown, दिखाया आपने, it's very much connecting or having good messages. I wrote few of them. And the third question is ज़्यादा बड़ा लिखा है मैंने. मैम हाउस होल्ड का जो काम है मेरी मम्मी ने मेरे को सिखाया है और सामने से बुलाती है
Very
हेल्प
good.
करने के लिए. एंड आई हैव अ फ्रेंड हु टीचेस मी द थिंग जो आपने अभी पूरे पॉडकास्ट मतलब जो आपने अभी हम सब सिखाया है.
Podcast.
पॉडकास्ट बेसिकली.
Podcast.
जो आपने अभी हमको सिखाया वो सिखाती है, बट उसमें से एक चीज जो मैं ट्राई करता हूँ घर इम्प्लीमेंट करने की, कि मम्मी को बोलूँ कि मम्मी आप बैठो, मैं करता हूँ। मम्मी का रिप्लाई आता है कि मैं अभी अच्छी कच्ची हट्टी हूँ, हट्टी कट्टी हूँ, मेरे हाथ पैर मजबूत है, मैं काम कर लूंगी, तुम्हारी बीवी आएंगे जब तुम देखते कितना करते हो। तो इसको क्या करना है, करने जाओ तो
बहुत
डांट
गलत है
पड़ती
ये
है।
भी, बहुत गलत। बीवी ने तो बेटा करनी है, आने से पहले पूर्व भूमिका तैयार है झगड़े की। ये मैं बोल रही हूँ, ये आप सच बोल रहे हो एक्चुअली। he was generous enough to talk about his personal life, but ये मैं generally बोल रही हूँ that this is for majority women. They have something called territorial mindset, कि मेरे से अच्छा कोई नहीं सकता। So there are men who try to help, right? जैसे हस्बैंड बोलेगा कि तू बिंदास फ्रेंड्स के साथ जा यार, इसका अगर डायपर गंदा कर दूंगा, छोटा बच्चा है घर में, आई एम देयर। अरे नहीं नहीं, फिर वो क्रीम लगाना भूल गए तो, अरे तुम भी तो सीखी थी, तुम भी सीख के थोड़ी आई थी ऊपर से। तो द होल आइडिया इज, दिस इज कॉल्ड टेरिटोरियल माइंडसेट। ये भी केमिकल लोचा है, ये प्रॉब्लम हमारा है, हमें सॉल्व करना है। एंड नेवर कैरी फॉरवर्ड दीज थिंग्स टू योर पार्टनर, हाँ, एज अ क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज नेवर टेल हर कि मम्मी तो एक जमाने में ऐसा बोलती थी। ओके शांति बनाए रखना घर में। तो आई फील वेरी बैड, बिकॉज जैसे घर में सपोज किसी के घर में बहुत पूजा पाठ का होता है, एंड द भाई इज इंसिस्टिंग दैट बहन सब काम करे पूजा का। बहन बोलती देखती हो तेरी बीवी आके कितना करेगी, अरे बीवी तो अभी सीन में भी नहीं आई है। इट्स रॉन्ग, देयर इज अ वेरी रॉन्ग नोशन ऑफ जजिंग पीपल। यस,
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Shum Sharma, and first of all, thanks you for giving such a wonderful session.
pleasure.
I am from BIM HRD Institute. My first question
See,
is,
all of us sitting here in institute, different institutes. Okay, all four. Okay, all four. Okay,
yes,
so
ma'am.
you are from HRD.
Yes, ma'am, I'm from
Okay.
HRD.
You were from marketing. Marketing.
Ma'am, in one of your slide, you mentioned that we shouldn't judge someone from their appearance, and we shouldn't make perception
Yeah.
by their appearance. But I too believe that inner beauty is much important than someone's outer appearance. But as we are entering in a professional life, so professional life start with wearing sari for a girls and wearing formals and be a clean shave for a boys. Then why it is so important?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll tell you. So judging somebody based on appearance is a way to get another area, and being presentable for any professional occasion is a different area. Like you cannot dress up how you dress up at home, your office. Okay, these are protocols. So army में हो आप अगर, army का discipline है कि कोई haircut एक तरीके का ही होना चाहिए. There's a particular uniform you have to wear. There's a particular way in which you have to put the labels and stars. Every profession has protocols. और ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ साड़ीज है. Today formal wear can be anything. It's not only one.
And but everyone
Being
has
presentable is a given, na? How
everyone has a that different way of being a presentable.
Yeah, that is okay. People don't nowadays. It's very open culture. Startups ecosystem brought this change. That in fact, Ellen Solly years ago brought the Friday dressing concept. The Friday dressing में आप casual wear पहन के आओ office. Startup system has made that casual dressing throughout the week. If you see Gen Z today in offices, they are wearing kurtis and tights and kurtis and pajamas, and there are startups where you are also wearing shorts and t-shirts, because that is the protocol of that business. But you have to, that same startup, they have to do a client presentation at the client's office, will not go in the shorts and t-shirt, no? There are protocols of every professional. That is how you become professional. That is not judging.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Shruti, and I'm a fellow content creator myself. And I first of all have to say that I've been following you since ages, and I love your rings and lipsticks collection. And my point being that recently one incident occurred with me like day before yesterday. My father sent me this WhatsApp forwarded video, and the video was about there was a dad and his daughter. So the daughter was going outside somewhere, and she was wearing a decent western dress. Mind you, it was knee length.
Yeah.
But still, the dad told her to go and wear salwar kameez. I mean, that is fine. But the reason he gave was, there is your mobile phone. You apply screen guard to it. You apply phone case to it just to keep it protected. And the father himself was wearing a track pant and a t-shirt. So my point being that I think women are also pressurized to follow the
Very
Indian
true.
culture,
Very true.
whereas the men they still
Not
roam around
pressurized, but
in.
also moral policing, na?
Yeah, ma'am.
वो
Whereas
फटी
the
हुई
men.
बनियान पहन के पाजी बोल शर्ट ढको
Yes, ma'am.
हैं फटी हुई बनियान और माइक्रो शॉर्ट्स not शॉर्ट्स माइक्रो
Yes, ma'am.
और ऐसे फैल के बैठे हैं फैले हुए फूफा जी
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ
I
वो तो
agree.
है moral policing
Yeah. So my point being that my parents are a little influential. I mean, they get influenced by these videos, and these videos are going in several WhatsApp
all our
family
parents
groups.
get influenced
Yeah.
okay they all have the same exposure the idea is to have conversation with them as much as possible beyond the point your true freedom will come only when you have your financial independence decision
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
okay and any for you the benchmark is your parents any boy who does sexual police is a red flag you cannot live your life with him that is the whole idea
Myself, Chita.
nice
But how do you manage both work and
yeah sure so I work full time as you know I also travel like this a lot for talks and all so I have a very clear understanding that my work is my first priority because that is giving me my bread butter and jam okay cherry on that toast is my content creation that comes second in my priority so devotion of time is accordingly done so I have my relatively relaxed days at work and relatively busy days at work so what I do is I take advantage of the relaxed days and I try to create a bank of content which I can use when I am busy and I cannot create content. Also, your audience loves you as a vulnerable person. So you go on screen and say that, hey, I'm so busy that today I won't be able to, मैं appear ही नहीं होंगी, मैं disappeared रहूंगी Instagram से. They love it. Tell them the truth, right?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Myself, Aman Rajput. I'm a student of BIIB. Actually, I have a question, ma'am. As we can know, advertisement is related to attaching product with similar kind of emotion. Like whatever the advertisement you have shown here, it is attached to similar kind of emotion. They have what to connect with more people. So advertisement is all about uh, attaching with emotion, or it's a dynamic or a huge concept, something more than that, so
So
that we can able to
advertising
grab more
works
people.
on strategy, not on creativity. It's a huge concept. First, there is a lot of strategy. There's a lot of consumer research. There's a lot of homework. The ads that you see are well researched. That's why it connects with you. Okay. Firstly, there's a lot of consumer understanding. आपको consumer behavior पता है. आपको पता है कि empty nest में parents को कैसा feel होता है. The Amazon ad if you तो empty nest बोलते हैं, right? They've gone and met empty nest couples. मदर डिप्रेशन में चली गई है इट इज कॉल्ड मिड लाइफ क्राइसिस बच्चे अपने अपने कामों में बिजी हो गए अब उसका कोई रोल ही नहीं रहा शी वाज अ होम मेकर डिवोटिंग हर एंटायर टाइम टू द फैमिली नाउ suddenly she is not needed can Amazon play a role in that vacuum that is created in her life that is shown in that so today because you have a lot of things like Instagram, internet, as a search engine optimization, right? SEO, SEM, websites, connect with consumers, advertising is turned into storytelling. And a good story emotion always, or rationally.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. So I hope no one remembers after this, but I would respectfully challenge something to the faculty. Girls expected to wear a sari or a kurta, which is a formal thing, when it can be expressed in Western formals as well,
I agree.
which is given as an option to the boys.
I agree. So at Mica, we have zero policy of telling people what to dress. Zero policy. Yeah, there is a code of conduct, right? But people wear spaghetti tops, shorts, it's a PG. So I agree. But that is an internal matter. No, and I understand your position also. Yeah.
Yeah, this is for everyone. So we have to see that we should be when you have campus, have all day a campus are born clean shaved with a tie, with a shirt. Every campus who had come here always applauded. And saris. So we are known in Pune in any business school as where girls wear saris, which is very distinct and different. So we wanted to make that different.
So let me add, for placements at MICA and for essay sessions, do have a dress code. Either. I said on an everyday basis for classes, there is no dress code. It's a residential campus. But for placement, you have to be in blazers. There's out of the process if you don't wear blazers. Guys, professional protocol is a must. So for example, to tell you that I've challenged my body insecurities, I would love to wear a frock. But it will look nice if I wear it with my partner, with my friends in US, not here on the stage. Would love to see me in a sari or a kameez at the best. Right? There are always professional protocols. What we all have to follow. Have to.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi.
Sir. I'm here. Ma'am, left.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I am Ashwin Joshi from
एक
MM
सेकंड
Marketing.
ये अभी जो हुआ ना मुझे एक जोक याद आया अहमदाबाद में एक जीत कलेक्शन का बहुत अच्छी शॉप है पर वो क्या बेचारी गली के अंदर है मेन रोड से तो किसी को मिलती तो पता नहीं है तो मेन रोड पे उन्होंने पोस्टर रखा आपका ध्यान किधर है जीत इधर है ओके तो अभी मेरा ऐसा हुआ कि आप कहाँ हो
Let's start.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Ashwin Joshi from MM Marketing. Firstly, my mom is a huge fan of your Instagram account. My question is, since we saw two Dove ads and or your session was about accepting your body, but a few years back, Dove launched a campaign where they launched many shampoo bottles shaped in body. Yes, people shaped body means different shapes, but it failed terribly. So, what is your opinion on that? Why people did that?
the bottle around us people look it go by the
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
अब जीत कहाँ है
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
My name is Satwik Jaiswal from Balaji Institute of Technology Management, specialization in finance.
Yeah.
In one of the question, the happiness question, under that point, you talked about your responsibility.
Yeah.
There was fantastic ads about women, but I'm talking about on men's point of view.
Yeah.
How do you see? How do you see about men when they are forced to tell the parents tell you that it's your responsibility to take everything and
That
in
is wrong.
yes, I'm talking about that in certain point of view the female is giving more relaxation in the family and you are forced to take care of
I agree.
everything
Hold
and
on,
you
hold
have
on.
to work for those things. You
Yeah,
have to
I
take
agree.
time for everything.
I agree. And before you clap, listen to this carefully. हमारे सामने अभी जो मर्डर सामने है पूरा पुरुष समाज डरा हुआ है and if you look at the numbers of domestic violence and dowry deaths of women in the last 10 years the numbers you'll not be able to even digest okay digest भी नहीं कर पाओगे मतलब रेशियो भी नहीं आप कंपेयर कर सकते so right now we are focusing on happiness or gender roles more from the women's point of view because currently we are living in a patriarchal society where women find it more difficult to express. But as I said, boys don't cry is completely wrong. Yeah, financial independence, when I'm saying it's important, it means everybody should earn. It's not only the men's responsibility to earn. राइट इट्स नॉट ओनली द मेन एज द ब्रेड विनर जो हम बोलते हैं ना वो भी गलत है मेन विमेन बोथ टुगेदर एज पार्टनर्स शुड रन द हाउस खर्चा बांटना पड़ेगा दोनों को बट उसके लिए men will have to take part in the chores also प्रॉब्लम ये हो रहा है अभी कि तुम चंद्रयान के प्रोजेक्ट में काम करने जाओ पर घर पे 2 आलू पराठा बना के जाना so nobody is taking care of the household chores other than the women तो विमेन को ओवर द इयर्स प्रेशर दोनों साइड का हो गया है कमाना भी है घर भी चलाना है तो मोर एंड मोर सिस्टम्स हैव टू बी को क्रिएटेड ऐसे लड़ना नहीं है मैन वर्सेस विमेन बिकॉज सोसाइटी में दोनों चाहिए सी इट इज नॉट एंड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर आई विल टेल यू फेमिनिज्म इज इक्वालिटी इट्स नॉट एंटी मेन प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट ओके इक्वालिटी है फेमिनिज्म मीन्स गिव इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू whoever is capable not on a gender basis so for example today 20% girls drop out from rural schools because there is no shauchalay for them after they get their periods extremely important तो उसमें खड़े होके अरे बॉयज के लिए भी स्कूल इंपॉर्टेंट है अरे पर उनमें प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है राइट दे डोंट गेट पीरियड्स so they don't need a shauchalay for that purpose so the whole idea is be more mature responding in right both are important even men getting labeled as the breadwinner is completely wrong women also have to play a part but provided society also makes that infrastructure right फिर घर पे भी थोड़ा क्वेश्चनिंग चाहिए ना घर पे भी दोनों को काम करना पड़ेगा एक के काम से नहीं होगा so we have to be more mature in understanding all yes yes
Let
maybe
us take the final question for this quiz session.
My name is Nick. I'm
Okay.
from BIMM Finance.
what is your name
Nikhil. Yeah, ma'am. My question is talked about body positivity and insecurity. Do you think that this might discourage people from getting in the right shape and getting
no
fit?
no health तो सब important
And like I'm not talking if as a medical.
I understood your point. Fitness and health is important. But right now, consumption, fat you eat more, don't exercise, you are lazy. That is the body shaming part that we are. Also, there is this other slim and lean, no medical. इसका भी प्रॉब्लम है ना ये भी गलत है एक्सरसाइज उतनी जरूरी है ना मेरे लिए वॉकिंग नहीं कोई पतले आदमी के लिए the whole focus body positive not different from health and fitness but it says acceptance of all people as equal should be तो discriminate नहीं कर सकते
Ma'am, this is becoming more of an excuse for
गलत है वो तो हर एक चीज में फायदा लेने वाले इसमें सब में होते हैं ना
Thank you, everyone. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness, spark that lights a fire of joy in the soul. To express our heartfelt appreciation, I invite Dr. Shweta Banerjee Ma'am, Deputy Director BIMHRD, to present a token of gratitude to Dr. Falguni Ma'am.
yes yes क्यों कोई मेरे फोन में लेके देगा थैंक यू nice so many books to read thank you food.
Thank you, ma'am. I now call upon student manager Dia to deliver the vote of thanks.
एक सेकंड हाँ तो यहाँ से आप वीडियो लेना जैसे ऑडियंस के साथ ले रहे ना आ जाओ ना हमारा भले हाफ आए पर पीछे का पूरा नहीं God. अच्छे झगड़े रानी लक्ष्मीबाई ना बन जाए तो अच्छी बात है वो नहीं बनना है धीरे धीरे करना है चेंज हाय 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 गाइस स्माइल हो ये आ रहे हैं मेरे फोन आप इनको दे दीजिए चेयर पे खड़ा होके लेना पड़ेगा थैंक यू लवली
Thank you, Vijita and Anshul. Hello, everyone. I am Dia Malvia, Junior Student Manager at BIM HRD, specializing in marketing. I feel truly honored to deliver the word of thanks on behalf of Sri Balaji University and the entire group of institutes. A heartfelt thank you to our esteemed guest, Dr. Falguni Vasavada ma'am, for taking the time to share her valuable insights with us. Your words were not only inspiring but also thought provoking, and we have all gained something meaningful from your talk. As we reflect upon your words, let me put them in a few points for the benefit of our student manager. Ma'am talked about empowering ourselves as how we unlearn, challenge ourselves, and relearn something new to keep growing. She also mentioned how we break the stereotypes, challenge biases and gender roles, and evolve as a better person. She taught us how to own ourselves and be proud of it. Also, how to be unapologetically yourselves, to love yourself with all your flaws and win over insecurities. Ma'am, we are truly thankful for such a fun and interactive session. Your presence made this event more impactful. Once again, thank you so much for being with us today. We hope to have the pleasure of welcoming you again in the future. And ma'am, we have a few lines for you. You are a beautiful diva. You are full of life. You never bothered about rivas. You taught us confidence, how to love ourselves without any inhibition. Pretty woman you are. You are stylish like a me. Thank you so much.
I would now request the student managers to please scan the QR code and fill the feedback form. Thank you so much.
students, all the student manager. I'm very confident from all the questions that were coming. All of you all enjoyed the talk. Please scan and please leave your feedback because your feedback is very important. Honorable Chancellor Sir is very, very keen this year to make sure that you get quality speakers, you get more and more knowledge from all of these things, and it's going to only empower you. So your feedback is very, very important.